it's Korath Landwalker, and today we have another exciting episode of Star Trek Online. Ordinarily, for most people in Alpha, Beta quadrants, today is a day of celebration. A day where we can go to the planet of Risa and enjoy fun in the sun. In other words, the summer event has begun in Star Trek Online. However, Talel will not be participating. She's busy. Specifically busy after succeeding in at least exposing further perfidy from Tal Shiar on the planet of Nimbus 3, the planet of galactic peace. Har har. And in doing so has met the enemy at last. Well, the enemy besides the Tal Shiar. The Elachi. And, well, they're not exactly a face a mother could love. However, before she can go forth and continue the mission of hunting down the Elachi and delivering proper payback for all that they have done since Virenat,
the Romulan Republic is authorized,
which we will get to at the appropriate moment. She has gotten promoted to Commander. So what I'm going to do first, because I keep forgetting to do this, is we're going to bump her rank up as her title here. So now Talel is officially a commander of the Romulan Republic, which equates, in Starfleet terms, to captain. Now, as such, she opens up a new tier of skills. I could go with shields, knock systems, weapons and engines, exotic particles, long-range sensors. Tempting. Hull penetration or shield penetration. Really, there's a lot to like on all these guys, but I'm going to start with the long-range targeting, because anything that allows me to reduce the penalty of damage. Yeah, you're basically 50% loss when you're at exactly 10 kilometers, and it gets better as you get closer. But let's make targeting at long range an easier task. Meanwhile, I've got a ground skill, and we're going to top out my endurance chain here, which opens up a new skill, and we are going to go with Fatal Fists. I just like the sound of it. Alliteration counts. A new trait has also opened up for ground and space. For the ground, we are going to take a peek at... Is there a melee weapon skill on here? I mean, you've got pistols, you've got rifles, but what I'm not seeing here is anything that involves melee bonuses. Oh, surprise, physical strength. We're going to go with that. She is stronger than she looks. And since she's got that sword she picked up while she was on Nimbus, yeah, good times. Now I'm going to grab Grace Under Fire here, because this is tied to an engineer skill called Miraculous Repairs. Well, before I do that, let's make sure that I get Miraculous Repairs somewhere along the line. Not until level 37. But that is within this 10 level period, and I am notorious for forgetting things if I don't deal with it right away, so I am going to prepare for the future. Oh, I'm not. I'm going to turn that off. If I forget, I'll undoubtedly notice it again when I go through the list for the level 50 traits. Instead, let's bump up the shields. Alright. Now, the last thing on the list of things to do... Okay, it's not quite the last thing, because the next thing I want to do is sell off some of the stuff in my inventory, because it is getting a little crowded in my inventory list, and I don't need most of that. Luckily, some of the folks down here will be more than happy to buy some stuff off of me. Going all the way to the bottom here. Actually, now that I think about it, this was kind of silly, because the first thing I want to do, perhaps, is see what I can put on the exchange. I'm keeping the repulsion shield, because I may want to be upgrading that somewhere along the line. Haven't decided. Okay, that's just... Basically, I want to grab anything that is green quality or better, and is not bound to me. If it's bound to me, it doesn't do me any good. For example, see this? It's bound to me. I can't put it on the exchange. See this? This is account bind on equip. So I can get away with fixing that. Let me just make sure. Oh, on the other hand, it is better than what I'm using now, so... That was perhaps not the best example I could have used. Okay, let's see. This one, Plasma 6. Actually, let's hold off on the ship weapons too, because I will be getting another ship very soon. Mark 6 shield. Okay, it turns out that I'm going to probably have very little to actually put on the oxygen block, because I've got people who can use this stuff. Okay, this one I can get rid of. This disruptors I don't need. Singularity core I don't need. That does remind me that I can probably start prepping to build another singularity core for the new ship. I'll make a note of that. Can't sell the... well, I can't auction the Tetrion weapons. I won't get rid of them in this call. And geez, that's just about it. Oh yeah, the plasma split beam rifle, the one I picked up for the express purpose of having a non-expose attack, which of course means the sword becomes less useful at the moment. So we've got exactly two things that I can put on the auction block. Everything else, however, that's what you would call sellable. So let's make sure that I start at somewhere other than where I want to. Oh yeah, I gotta make sure I don't accidentally wipe out my ball shoot. That'd be so embarrassing. I'm not going to get rid of the foodstuffs. The foodstuffs have the additional benefit of something I can put on the characters to theoretically see them use and heal from. That said, when I had Jemadar and my Jemadar character doing the thing, they are notoriously poor about using some of their consumables. Let's hope that that does not become a pattern. And that would appear to be that. Ordinarily I would sort my stuff now, but I'm not quite done with everything yet, and I don't want to accidentally lose track of some of my equipment. Now, as the commander, I feel at this point that I can justify picking up a tier 6 starship. I mean, the truth is, I'm a captain, effectively. And at all the ranks after this rank, I don't really consider really valid unless I've got a really good reason for it. And let's take a look at them. We got Sub Admiral, no. Vice Admiral, no. Admiral, no. Fleet Admiral, no. That is not someone who goes out kicking butt in her starship. No. No, no, no. So I'm going to do a quick glance at some of these ships. I'm pretty sure that I will not be using any of them except maybe the scimitars. For the simple reason... Oh, what's this here? That's new. Oh, that's... I remember now. Some ship... I'd forgotten this ship is a vet reward. If you... Back in the day when vet rewards were a thing, after having an account for about a year or something like that, you had available a number of starships. And this is the Romulan version, the Destroyer. So, you know, I don't think I'm going to do that, though. I was just so surprised to see it there, and I'd forgotten that it existed. Okay, now we're hitting the scimitar sort of ships. And I'm pretty sure those are the only ones I have, besides the veteran ship that I can use here. At least the ones that are Romulan specific. Oh, that's from that legendary thing. I'm not touching that. So, if I wanted to grab Tier 6 right now, I can grab one of the scimitar kind of ships, or I can grab this destroyer. Or I can stick with one of these guys. The Dideridics, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, is certainly a leading contender because it's an engineering class ship and it's a, well, it's the iconic Romulan starship. I mean, yeah, you could look at the old warbirds from the original series as being the original warbirds, but when people think Romulan starships, they tend to think of the next generation, and they think of these babies. And it's hard to argue. I've also got available the Arkiff warbird, which is a, well, I guess is a variant for lack of a better phrase, which is interesting. And somewhere along the line they had a promotion and all that, giving stuff away free. And this is a variant of the Arkiff, which is the Arkala. And it has quad plasma cannons. Ooh, I should not be thinking what I am thinking. I feel like I'm being tempted by the dark side of the Force here. I step away. In the end, my captain is an engineering captain, and this ship is more suited for that sort of thing. On the other hand, as they say in one of those memes, why not both? I'm going to open up this for one reason and one reason only. So I can yank those cannons right off that ship. And then we're going to put them on the Basilis, which we will be readying so that I will be prepared. Oh, right. What do we have that's salvageable from this investment? Well, the front weapons are all usable as far as better quality than what's on the ship here. These are all standard Type 6s. Those are all green Type 6s. So anything green or better on Type 6s I'm taking. I'm going to remove the engines for now because I am thinking that I am going to use them. But first, I'm going to upgrade. As much as I would like to, these shields can stay where they are. Okay, what else we got? Plasma torpedo launcher is useless. Turret is not. The batteries are always useful. And so are the consoles. Oh, and before I ignored the Dadar entirely, let's make sure there's no special consoles on here. I didn't think there would be because of quad cannons. I really would have felt that. So, let's start replacing pieces. Deflector dish, replace. Singularity core, replace. Shields are the same. Front weapons, beam weapon, torpedo. Another beam weapon. I am going to place the two beams from behind with... Was that a disruptor turret? No, that's plasma. I think I just for a minute there. I thought I was reading wrong. Okay. Consoles. Once I have all these loaded in, the special consoles go last because they can go anywhere. Okay. Now let's see about doing that upgrade I was mentioning. I have these efficient engines, which are really nice. But the problem here is I am not expecting much out of this. It does cost dilithium to do an upgrade. That's a hazard of the business. And upgrade the item. Claim the item, and it still has some upgrades left. So I'm using a Type 5 engine, which is slightly less than what this engine is. But it has all those extra bonuses to it. That brings us to the next possible question. I have a bunch of duty officer stuff that I need to wrap up here. Ooh, disaster. I think one of these people got killed. Yeah, I think he got killed. Oops. Well, he was a hologram. I know. Holographic rates and all that.
Congratulations.
Oh, and enough to level me. That's always entertaining. There's that 500 dilithium. That's enough to almost pay for the upgrade I did. And I got a commendation rank. See, one of the things that happens is that when you get enough points in experience for one of the various types of assignments, you can increase the rank you have. And my trade rank has indeed done so. Nobody else is anywhere close. Now what this will do is it will allow me to purchase one trading officer. And you try to look for ones that you might find useful. Unfortunately, I don't have combat supply abilities. Now, why don't I? Of course, I don't know if that's an engineering ability or if that's a tactical ability. I should look it up sometime. So I want to grab a trader because, you know, it's appropriate. And it's an additional person to throw on my duty assignments. Why not? Okay, let's collect the engineering. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why that did that. I'm not going to pretend to understand why. Why ask why? But what I want to do here is... Okay, if I can make a lab equipment, I can make some additional tech upgrades. If I can do that, I can probably bump the engines up to the next level. So this is looking for lab equipment. I can do lab equipment. Luckily, lab equipment is apparently easy and plentiful. That will allow me to build my tech upgrade, which will take 5 minutes. Now, while he's doing that, let's take a look into singularity cores again. Unfortunately, the person who does that is apparently busy, probably because he's working on the upgrade. But I can at least figure out what I need to make my Mark 6 singularity core. I have a Mark 6 singularity core. There's no need for me to make another singularity core right now. But if I were, what would I need? Well, I would need a whole lot of stuff. Lab, industrial, coolant. The good news is all these seem to be components. And routing lattices. 3 of these. Those could be a little more challenging. And what would these lattices require? Well, the good news is, not much. So we're definitely doing a little bit of engineering work here. While all of that is going on, let's fiddle with the appearance of my new vessel. Now we have a couple different templates here, but they all require paying a significant amount of Zen to use. So there will be no fancy designs on here. Romulan Vet, however, can be used, and I will. And that's about it for the customization on this guy. It's kind of sad, isn't it? I could put on patterns, I guess. I don't know that they actually did anything. And, oh, I guess they did. We're going to go with a blood red, because we're all about the red. That seems to have been the pattern for all the other ships that this captain has used. Why break a pattern? Ah, something got completed. Lattice. I need another 2 of those. It's going to be interesting to see if I can pull this off. Because I'm not sure I will. Lattice number 2. I really would have liked to have an ability to put how many on here, like you can with the, some of the other kind of things. I don't have any Omega components for this character, so there's not a whole lot I can do. Let's take a moment while we're doing that to get the stations set up. Tobin in the... Well, you know what? This is pretty much exactly how I'd want it to be. And there's really no point... Let's see. Yeah, there's really no point in... No, there is, actually. If I put move in here, I'll get the directed energy modulation ability available. And that will allow me to penetrate shields a little easier. I can live without boarding party stuff. Okay, let's collect that one and grab the last one of the lattices. And I still have the parts. I have done well. Okay, that worked better than I thought it was, so now I'm going to have to actually look up the rest of the components. I know I have to make some lab equipment. Having 3 slots to work with really has helped here. Okay, next up is... Now I have to go back here again because short-term memory is feeble. I need industrial, coolant, plasma. Let's see if I can remember that. Industrial. That's 1. Coolant. Oh, I don't have. My old nemesis, titanium. Oh, I'm going to be going to the exchange anyway, so. While I'm there, I can take care of a couple administrative details. Let's see if I can sell off some of my recently acquired garbage. I didn't think I'd be able to do anything with them because they're all standard equipment, so they're all zeros. I'm not actually getting anything for these. Well, that's not 100% true. What I am getting is inventory space. See how much neater it looks? Okay, let's see. Tech upgrade. Lattice. Plasma. Now that I have that, let's try to upgrade those engines a little further. Apply the upgrade. Upgrade the item. Claim the item. It did not change its quality. That probably would have been asking a lot. But I can at least now have my nice, efficient engines that are keeping pace with the rest of the ship. And that is a little bit on how you go about upgrading parts. Now you can get even crazier with salvage materials and the ability to more or less change some of the special qualities of items. But I've never really felt the need for that. Alright, let's get rid of my auctionable stuff first. Well, someone has a unique epic singularity engine at Mark 6 up for sale. I don't think I'm going to get that. The value here is 11,000, so I'm going to sell for 8,000 because there's no way I'm going to get anywhere near the amount that it'll is valued at. But at the same time, just maybe, I want to make sure that I get over half, because that's about what I would get if I put it in the replicator. Oops, that wasn't what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was put that in here, do a search, change the quality to green. 200,000. Well, somebody's got a high opinion of themselves. I'm not doing 200,000 for this. That's just nuts. $75,000. When you compare it with that one, it's going to look awfully good. We'll see if anybody says, ooh, what if Steel decides to sell that off? And now, titanium. And let's see, 49,000. That's going to be an awful lot of credits. That's a good chunk of my credits right there. But hey, what else am I using it for? Okay, with the titanium in my hand, that means I can build my coolant injector. And once I've built the coolant injector, I can start work on the Singularity Core. Unfortunately, the Singularity Core will not be available until next week, effectively, because, well, I've got stuff to do. Oh dear. That's not good. Suddenly I suspect that my Orb Theorist guy, that was the guy who died on that duty assignment. That's inconvenient. But there are ways around that too. Maybe his science. Yes. Reset that. And of course, knock me right back out of here. And, well, this will be a bit of a hit too. Oh wait, I'm trying to go. That's okay, I can go to Starfleet. Starfleet's okay. So now I should be able to build that Singularity Core. And there we go. With that done, I'm going to sort everything out. I'm going to move these shields. I'm going to put those shields in the bank. That way it's not cluttering up here and I conveniently forget it exists. I know I'm bad. Alright. At this point, I am as ready as I'm going to be. Let's beam back up to the ship and get my weapons tray all nice and organized. And we can go into the meat. Move all the stuff that is useless to, well, not useless, but not going to be immediately dealt with here. 1, 2, turn off the auto fire. Let's see, it doesn't seem to have any of my basic abilities put in, as usual. You would think that after all this time they would have fixed this. Here's my basic maneuvers. Ramming speed if I feel masochistic. rotate shield frequency, which is already on there. I wonder if there's a banded ship that I've got sitting out here. No, brace for impact. That was cool. Alright. Put that over there. So, oops, I got rid of it. Oh, that's okay, I can put it back, but for as many times as I've used ramming speed in this game, it rhymes with never. Ever since they nerfed that craziness, like within the first year of the game, so it just hasn't really been worth having on my list. Same with self-destruct, really. Alright. You will carefully note that my singularity powers have gotten a new ability. And it is the Singularity Jump, which basically gives me a 5-kilometer teleport forward. And it does something to the foes, which I rarely pay attention to, because if I'm using this, it's my get the hell out of dodge kind of ability. Last thing on the list, my duty officers did give me another ability. We're going to knock off another from my sciences. Alright, it's time. Let's begin the story arc, Vengeance. Starting
The
with...
Romulan Republic has authorized a new shuttle for permanent assignment to you. Please report to the new Romulus Command Center to requisition a small craft.
I could cry. Is that really my next mission? Yes, it really is my next mission.
Greetings.
Well, that's... I want to say embarrassing, except that's not strong enough of a term. Because now I gotta go all the way back down to the shipyard to requisition the ship that I do not need. Rahu, Rahu, Rahu. Oh, there we are. Someone all the way over there. Someone completely new.
I'm extremely busy, so I'll probably regret asking this, but can I help you?
Boy, talk about maintenance snobs.
I wish Admiral Kararek had informed me of such a decision. We're incredibly short of resources, and I'm trying to keep track of all the equipment we have available. You'll need to fill out these forms in triplicate before I can issue a shuttle to you.
Well, I thought I'd met torture when I was with the Tal Shiar.
It is quite necessary, I assure you. If you want the shuttle, you'll fill out the forms in triplicate.
You know, I was with the Tal Shiar for a little while. I did do some pretty horrible things. I could, if motivated properly, I could probably revisit them right now. Here's your forms.
Of course. Please take this requisition.
Oh, shut up. Now, the benefit of that is it gives me another ship slot, so, you know, it's not a total loss. And apparently I had to get to claim one small craft. But I'm not going to ready that because I have the captain's gig ship, which is loads better. Contact the
Use your new vessel
Admiral.
well.
Now you see, we have a discrepancy here. Over here we have Admiral Kararek. This tells me I have to return to Commander Kararek. Yeah, you know, sometimes I catch these things and I just shake my head. This game really could use a text pass somewhere along the line.
Greetings. The Elachi's initial attempt to attack Riho's station failed, but it has not put a stop to their predations. Long-range sensors have detected groups of Elachi ships on their way to small colonies and space stations throughout the sector. They're taking as many civilians as they can load onto their vessels. There's an attack underway right now in the CNA system. Proceed there at maximum warp and intercept them.
Okay, rewards for this mission. An intriguing group of items. Caustic plasma. Apparently, this is a nastier form of plasma. That could be interesting. And it's only one of these, though, so it will be interesting to see what I choose. I might go after the dual banks. We'll see.
Greetings.
The things I do to keep the Admiralty happy. Alright. We are ready to rock and... Why did this move over here? Put that back there. We are ready to rock and roll. Now you'll notice that the turn rate of this ship... I'm not sure that horrible is strong enough of a word. It does make me wonder, however. And that's a horrible thing because, you know, when I start wondering, I start thinking. Let's take a quick look at my engineering slots on this ship. I have an engineering console available. Now, I still have 2 slots for R&D that I really should be doing something with. And I'm wondering if I can get myself an RCS accelerator, which helps turn rate. Lab, coolant, plasma. Well, I know I don't have some of the stuff I need for that, so that becomes pretty much irrelevant. It was an idle thought. Instead, I'm going to do what I was originally planning on doing, which is tell these guys, work on ranking up my engineering skill. I will just have to live with my painfully slow movement rate. Now what really hurts is that here I am in this ship, and I can't fire off those triple heavy plasma torpedoes that the Star Empire's ships can do. Let me switch my weapon power distribution. There is a torpedo launcher that can do that, but that requires Romulan reputation, which doesn't become available for a while. Duty officers. Let's put someone to work. Nothing big, nothing major, just enough to get them doing their thing. Ooh, a possible bridge officer. But the downside is he's a human, so, you know, they can't all be winners, I guess. Auto-navigate, and let's rock and roll. And while we're going, we will have the opportunity to mess around with various duty officer assignments that become available. And hopefully I won't have any of them die on me who are, you know, mission critical for anything. Really, having my warp theorists die like that, that stings. That really does. Guy just has one responsibility. And what does he do? He goes out on an assignment and gets killed. Yes, I know he was a hologram, but still. Luckily, I am not too far from my destination, which was a concern of mine. I'll be crossing one more boundary for sectors, which means I'll have one more chance of putting new stuff in my duty officer assignment logs. And that is all that I plan to do. I don't plan to spend any money on anything. I'm using 18 slots with my 20. That's actually pretty good. That's the most I've had working at one slot. And I meant to see if Law, my recently acquired Romulan duty officer, would have possibly been available for one of the slots for active ground or active space, but I think I put him on an assignment. That's okay, I have no regrets. Time to begin the last stand. I feel so Christmassy with these green and red markings on my ship. Too late to prevent the attack, but we can still repair some stations and get rid of some Elachi. Plus, I couldn't help but notice that we have a scannable item over there. And, well, I am in need of materials. And hexafluorine was on my list. First, however, oh, look at those quads go. Nice. Oh, these guys are teleporting away. No wonder I'm receiving advantage without dying. They're taking ruthless advantage of the fact that I can't steer worth a damn. Whoa, the two doesn't blow at once? Very nice. Now, I see some hexafluorine gas that's just asking for my attention. Yes, I might have to go out of my way to get an RCS console. Turning with the direct. I knew I shouldn't have picked this vessel because I'm going to have a life of living hell trying to pronounce it all the time. We'll call it the double D and leave it at that. I'd say that the double D turns like a bus, but that would be insulting to buses. Ooh, look, I think I see another harvestable cloud. But once again, we have Elachi annoyances ahead. So let's show them that I care. Quite oh, that's not good. They're getting ready to cut loose one of their heavy artillery weapons. And I can't maneuver worth a damn this yet. Evading that sort of cone attack, that's not gonna happen. It's gonna have to be, I can take the hits, come and get me. But let's take advantage of some of my abilities, like the repulsors. Really, I can use everything here decently, with the exception of the warp cloud. you have to have a certain set of circumstances you have to work out. It's like fighting hurt that go behind you all the time. Alright, you want to play it that way? Yes, I could have fired a plasma torpedo from my rear arc, but it's not the rear arc I want to use. I want to use the plasma weapons. I think that's the first time I've ever been able to use the Singularity Shockwave to take out an opponent. Very nice, very nice. Let's repair the mining facility. And why don't we take advantage of the fact that I have a cloak? Well, okay, technically speaking, it's not taking that much advantage of it because I'm momentarily going to be scanning down that cloud. I don't see that battleship, which seems to know I'm here. Yeah, I suppose I should have done the game for that and got maybe one more item. Oh well, it happens. Come around slowly. On the bright side, it gives me more than enough time to re-establish my cloaking device. Let the weapons tune up a bit. Emergency power. And rock and roll.
Shields have failed.
Ouch. Yeah, that hurt. But on the bright side, I think I hurt him a lot more than he hurt me. And he's got support craft helping him out. Oh, if that's okay. Lots of support craft. Lots of support craft. Alright, I think we've hit the situation where having that plasma cloud will work out. The good news is, I really hope that Salvo would take him down. It seems that he's insisting on stubbornly remaining intact. There we go. Hello, a happy ending. Repaired the mining facility, got rid of the Elachi fleet, and all is well. I should not have said that. Receiving a distress call from the Rack Coal system. Well, I knew when they gave me a new ship and promoted me, it wasn't going to be to retire to Risa. Yes, that's another blurb for Risa. The Elachi seem to be massing around the system. There's a station here populated by photonic beings. That would be holographic beings. Don't tell them about what happened to my last warp theorist. We hurry, we can catch them. Okay, so it's going to make me do it the hard way. That's okay. I can do that. And hey, I'll be going through a couple more sector boundaries. Maybe we can find a couple more duty officer missions for my people. And give myself a full boat of workers. What's more likely to happen is that I'm going to go there and nothing will change. Oh yeah, we have a couple more. Well, we have one more major boundary, it looks like, so maybe we'll get some changes here. Nope. Alright, well, that's. Oh, wait, here we go. Oh, but they're require me to pay money. I don't have so much that I'm willing to throw away. I was already gritting my teeth spending cash on the tritanium and the duty officer. Not doing that again anytime soon. Hurrah, coal. Sometimes I swear whoever makes up these system names just takes their hand, slams on the keyboard, and throws an apostrophe in there. It's probably an unkind way of phrasing it. I'm not convinced that I'm wrong. Class C world, thick ice, uninhabitable. Holograms, don't habitats. Dr. Marius, a former EMH Mark I. Not to be confused with the more notable Mark I EMH from Voyager. It was liberated from a dilithium mine in Sirius. Okay, continue hit and run. I am willing to hit them. Less willing to run. That said, I have no idea what forces are arrayed against us here, so... Incidentally, that ship you're seeing here, that's the grand prize of the Risa event. I'm not particularly motivated to go after it. It's supposedly a weather control vessel from Risa that's apparently been refit. Not my thing. I went for the ship last year that they had because it was one of the racing corvettes tier 6 level.
Rockhold Station. We are under attack and need assistance. We have had no response to our hails. The attackers are targeting our communications and sensors, but if they hit our computers, we could lose our entire population. If you're getting this message, please help us.
That's inconvenient. We can help. What's the situation?
It's a mess. These attackers are stealing vital components, including our supply of mobile images. We are peaceful. We have almost no defenses. If this keeps up, we'll lose our computer core, and everyone here will be gone.
Well, that's the... Well, that was a pretty nice design of the space station, actually. It's different, and I like that. However, there are an awful lot of these guys here. In hindsight, I think I would have been better served by, you know... Oh, that was unexpected. Okay, so I see that the hit and run isn't so much us hitting them and running. It's them hitting us and running. They're afraid that photonics will go after their ships. That's probably not a bad way of going. Graviton net or warp dampening field to stop the ships. I like that plan. How do we do that? The satellites that we passed, we can reconfigure those. That sounds like an excellent plan. Let's see if we can encourage Excellent. That group has gone away, leaving us free and clear to deal with this particular satellite. Painful turn. Yeah, the Double D does not have what you call high turns. Really, if I do get the capability, I am definitely going to put an RCS console on here. Oh, it's these guys again. Okay, let's take advantage of the fact that I'm a Romulan and cloak my vessel, and save myself having to fight my way through all these guys to get to where I want to go. Bang! Okay, we've given them some space to work. So in that spirit, let's space them. Cloak. Let's leverage my capabilities once again. Arm up all the toys. And open fire. Attack from behind.
Shields failing.
Fine, another tactic from behind. You are invited to try. You know, the plasma cloud seems to be doing better than I expected. I forgot that I could detonate certain types of torpedoes before they even got to me. That's a big advantage. Of course, it's extremely limited in circumstances. They've got to be firing behind me. But I will take every advantage I can get against the bad guys. Warp jumps are really annoying. Ah, why did I grab that? Bloody lockboxes.
Shields have failed.
Let's make things interesting. Oh gosh, wait, that's not. Interesting to be held in reserve for when, you know, I'm having heavy opponents like those battleships. And I did another lockbox. What is wrong with me? Here goes stuff I'll have to discard out of my inventory. Here's our last contestants. Take the cloak again. Turn around. Pair of escorts. Okay, that's fair. And I hit my cloak too soon. Okay, well, you know what? Hi! Singularity jump gets me where I want to go quickly. Okay, let's rotate the shield. Oh, that helped. Oh, good. I managed to power my way through. One more escort to go. And we may very well have broken the back of this assault. Fortunately, he is doing a very good job of staying to the sides. And I did it 3 times. I've got to pay attention to these things as they drop.
The attacking ships are breaking away. You've driven them off. I can't thank you enough. I think we'll be able to keep our systems running on backup power until we can get some spare components. Without your intervention, everyone here would have been doomed. We won't forget this. I promise.
There is nothing as satisfying as a job well done. Speaking of jobs well done, I forgot to throw devices on my ship here. Being as this is an engineering kind of ship, it has room for 4 devices. Very handy. Let's follow the... Oh, they're leaking tachyon radiation. Of course, it could be a trap. You know, if I had a second system that I could put up here for purely doing the streaming controls, I would immediately right now throw the Akbar meme up there. Lost opportunities. This is what happens when you don't have huge amounts of money to spend on setups like that. Okay, tachyon trail leading to the Tefray system, neutral space station. And there will probably be Elachi there. I am sensing a distinct pattern here. There's Elachi, and then there's more Elachi, and then there's even more Elachi. But on the bright side, they're practically in the next system over. In other words, you can't run far. Couldn't have gotten far, it's a short-range fighter. You'll notice that a number of these planets have a patrol associated with them. There are some systems in the game that will allow you to run these patrol missions, which are basically short mini-sodes, for lack of a better phrase. Back in the day, they were really uncomplicated. Go onto the planet, find 5 objects, you're done, beam out. Or fight 5 groups of opponents, or something like that. Really easy, cheap stuff. They've gotten a little bit more elaborate nowadays. And I'm not sure if the Klingons have very many patrol missions of their own. They're usually Starfleet. I'm presuming that's why I'm seeing them, because of my Starfleet alignment with the Republic. I'm sure that if I were aligned with the Klingons, I would not be seeing them. But maybe I would. I don't know. That's the hazards of staying with the episodic arcs. Alright, here we are.
I don't know how you found out about this attack, but you arrived just in time. Long-range sensors indicate that the Elachi are massing for an attack. The first wave will be here at any moment.
Okay, that's bad. What's your status?
We're picking up incoming ships on our sensors, and their weapons are armed. This isn't a military station. We don't have the resources to hold off an invasion fleet.
Yeah, I know, but, you know, problems. We all have our problems. We'll handle battleships, you deal with the little guys.
Acknowledged. Thank you for anything you can do. Launching shuttles now. Elachi ships incoming.
Battleship. Let's see if I can sink their battleship. Oh, already he's trying to run like a coward. Alright, let's take out that escort now.
Oh, it turns so slow. Why do I do this to myself?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to consider those RCS consoles. I just forgot how bad double D turns. Come on. How can I pass up the iconic Romulan investment? I can't. And I won't. Fly behind me, will ya? Well, I hope you enjoyed that plasma torpedo. I wish you all the joy. I really like those quad plasma capacitors. They're really working out well. If I'm really lucky. Oh, that would have been asking a lot, I guess. All that said, we're not doing bad. I mean, one could ask for better. The bad guys are being wiped out. We're definitely doing the damage, doing them harm. Looks like we're you guys. Huh, 3 of them. This could be rough. Oh, that's a lot. That's not really rough. That was a lot rough. Disabling my shields could have been really, really inconvenient. Let's get some reinforcements. Using one of my singularity abilities to breed a few duplicates. It didn't last as long as I hoped, but then again I popped that out well before I should have. I didn't have the full singularity charge. Those shields might come in handy, though. I will have to check to see if they're better than what I'm using now. They very well might be. That's right, use the space station to hide. Not so tough when your opponents fight back, are you? Now he's wedged up against the station with nowhere to go. You have chosen poorly. Now I want us to squish him against the station. Leaving us with one. Oh, nuts. That's when I noticed this was all just the first wave. I've got 2 more waves of this. This is a disgusting assignment. Okay, my quantum singularity has popped up 4 duplicates. And all of us don't like this one guy. Oops. That wasn't supposed to happen quite there. And we have 2 more waves that are going to be equally ugly. Oh, suddenly I'm sorry that I didn't take heavier artillery.
But get ready. There's another wave on the way. Reinforcements incoming.
You're full of good
Second
news.
wave incoming.
Alright.
Target shields have failed.
I'll try to get the escort guys early. And just for giggles, let's see if I can shove them into the cloud there. No, couldn't quite get in there. That would have been so cool. Make the warp cloud, and then repel them into them. That would have been epic. Speaking of potential inconveniences, I just noticed that we have another one of those battleships on the field now. And that guy's going to keep on spawning all the evil stuff, although he's half dead already. Maybe if I got some evil on him. Why would I do a thing like that? Someone's following me. Let's make his life rough before plasma. There we go. Do a little bit of ship repair here because they have left a little bit of a mark.
Target shields have failed.
Yes, his shield has failed, unfortunately. His hull is doing a nice job on staying put. More high yield torpedoes.
Left shield failing.
I can do that too. Oh, that ain't good. Quantum absorption. That'll allow me to toughen things up a bit until I can get repairs done in full. No, he's good. He's staying right where he wants to be. Not from my front, not from my back, only to the sides, where I can't get my torpedoes on him. Nice, I survived that hit. There we go. I'm going to ignore that frigate because the escort's the problem here. The station folks can deal with them. Yeah, I turned on my propelling stuff way too early.
Shield has failed.
dive under. These guys are a lot tougher to hold off. Usually when you think escorts, you think glass cannons. These guys are doing a very nice job of holding tough. Which is all well and good, you know, if they were on my side. But they're not on my side. That makes it a little more problematic. Are going fast. The right side I'm almost fully full shield, so that much right with the world. I'm not hearing about the shields failing. I need those shields. I'm not done with them. More lockboxes. Hate. That leaves us with a single escort for this wave. I hope it's a single escort, because if there's another one that I missed somewhere, it will not be fun trying to find them. Oh, good. Unfortunately, they're sending their last wave of reinforcements as well.
Inbound.
All right, which one has the battleship? That group. And I think I am going to try to get some reinforcements of my own. I can't. Why can't I call my reinforcements? Okay. I'm not sure what was going on there. I don't care. They're here now. I can give a lot on them being here now. The Nimbus Pirates. Thanks to all that good stuff I did in this, I got the express call and get some valuable backup when I need it. Now granted, their ships don't exactly look like much, but I won't hold that against them. They've come to me in my hour of need. Hey! Those ingrates, they ran off. No, this will be a mark. Well, good news is, I've established aggro, as they say. Bad news is, I've established aggro. I've made lots of friends. Specifically, friends who would like to turn me into entirely sure what. What do Elachi eat? Of course, for all I know, the answer might be Romulans.
Target shields have failed.
Those cannons are going to be really nice on a more broken ship. I just need a more maneuverable ship. I think my choices were pretty limited on that, though. Okay, fire me. That's gonna blow up my heavy torpedo. These guys are smart. Let's get some more reinforcements. And awful lot of firepower. Even if it's only, you know, fake firepower. Of all the quantum singularity abilities, I think that one is the most fun. It's not the best one. I think quantum absorption, that, you know, does hull heal and shield heal, I think those are better. But the shadows are a lot more fun. Thought out a lot more than I did. Unless we protect the rear again. Shields are getting hurt. Well, if I'm doing my account correctly, there's one more escort after this guy. That would be the guy over here. Let's go say hello. How does that keep happening? I could grab more pirates, but I have no idea if I have another wave coming after this that the space station owner is unaware of. Definitely one of the longer and more painful missions of the Romulan story arc. Hard waves. They're warping out. Where could they be going? Where indeed?
You You and your crew are heroes. Without your help, many more lives would have been lost today.
Hey, you're welcome. Always happy to help. Uh-oh. Rakol's contacting us again.
This is Administrator Morgan from Rakol Station. Apologies for breaking in like this. We intercepted a transmission from the Elachi to the Tal Shiar, and we've just now been able to translate it. The Elachi are gathering their forces for a huge assault on the Re system. If they're still organizing, you might be able to get there in time to help defend the system.
Okay, that's bad news. Let's go. So there's an attack on Rye, but the good news is that we might be done with this mission. And when I say mission, I mean this particular episode. Although stay tuned, because I could be wrong. We'll find out momentarily. Let's hail the boss.
Excellent work. After so many hit-and-run raids, I'm impressed that you managed to get ahead of the Elachi and save the station at the Teferi system. Based on what you've uncovered, we think the Elachi are planning a strike at the Re system.
You think?
I'm coordinating a last-minute defense, and I want you involved. I'll contact you when
but
we're
looks
ready.
expendable. Okay, as per my previous plan, I'm going to grab the dual plasma bank weapon.
Greetings.
Congratulations, Commander.
I've ranked up too, which means another skill. Let's stop that puppy there. I don't think I'm too impressed with this particular, well, more hull capacity. And I am flying a big hull ship. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. We'll replace out the green guy with the old plain guy. I'm not motivated enough to try to develop another upgrade kit. Okay. Best defense, huh? Alright.
We've been tracking the Elachi attack fleets throughout the quadrant, and the location of their next invasion is the Re system.
Oh, I'm waiting.
We have a chance to get ahead of them this time, rather than just cleaning up the mess and counting the missing. Get there immediately and put a stop to their assault.
Before we do anything involving that, let's grab my next skill. I'm going to say weapons and engine power becoming an attractive thing to grab a hold of right now. That'll also allow me to do more training stuff. I'll do something about that sometime, I promise. Just not today. Okay, I need a shuttle fighter to do this mission, so I'm probably going to need to do something about that. In return, I get 5 rebreather devices. Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? Dilithium ore, you know, the usual rewards, plus a choice of generators. Energy manifold, which helps all the beam weapons, exotic particles, or hull restoration, which is looking like the leading contender right now since it's not RCS. Alright, to the Rise system. Good news is, it's not far. I have pretty low requirements. It's not far is really high praise as far as I'm concerned. The nice thing of upgraded singularity, of course, is that you tend to travel through sector space a lot faster. That's one of the reasons I'm looking forward to the Mark 8 core finishing up. Alright, here we are at Rye. All I need is, there we go, the planet. Now, it'll be interesting to see whether or not it insists on me taking the shuttle immediately, or if that'll happen automatically, or what. Although it occurs to me that I may have made a very, very big mistake. Because I'm not sure who I have assigned to my bridge officer slot in my small craft. This could be interesting. And not the good kind of interesting. The, oh my god, this is going to go horrible interesting.
The Elachi are here, and they're
Warning,
attacking
ship
shuttles.
is under attack.
Those shuttles are full of Romulans trying to escape the invasion. We have to help them.
Okay, well that's not a good sign. Shuttles versus a bunch of these guys with only me to defend them. I'm not going to say it bodes ill, but man, that ain't good. Oh, tiny thing. So far in the distance, but I cannot stop. Romulans murder particles. Romulans murder on particles. Oh, why do you give me these choices? Oh, I was almost done there. Come on, guys. Don't make me cloak. Meanwhile, the Romulans are thinking, what is she doing? We're in the middle of a fight. They're going to collect... Oh, exploring gas. I'm doing it again. Oh, it's a battleship. I was not anticipating a battleship. Man, I hate those little teleporting jumps. Teleporting jumps are only okay if I'm doing it. Yes, it turns me into a hypocrite. No, I don't care. Let's take out that battleship. Ooh, I sunk their battleship. The nice thing about evasive maneuvers is it makes even the double D more agile. You know, I was really hoping that the repellers would do a better job on, you know, repelling. On the right side, I'm close enough to scan the gas. I am aware that my priorities are screwed up. Oh, seriously. Okay, let's scan that gas when the dialog box pops in.
We're getting distress signals from the surface. The Elachi are landing walkers near the capital. Take the shuttle and help the city. We'll stay here and defend the remaining shuttles.
Which is as good a time as any to... Yes, good thing I checked that. Okay, what will be good? Do I want to have better torpedoes? Do I want to have shield, or do I want to have hull strength? Very good questions. We're going to move. Okay, they're messing with me here. Stupid bugs. We're going to have no with the hazard emitters, which will be allowing me to heal myself and heal over time, which means I should be able to deal with plasma damage just in case. Alright, launch the shuttle. Oh dear. No, I should be okay. It'll take my default, it'll take my readied shuttle, not the one I purchased from today. I hope. Because one of them has at least decent equipment, and the other one, not so much. And here we go. And I gotta tell you, I'm a fan of this map.
The Elachi are invading. We need your help to fight their ships. I'll send the few shuttles and untrained pilots we have available to help, but you'll need to lead them. We have a small militia that can deal with any Elachi troops that land on the surface, provided that you prevent enough of them from getting to the ground.
What can your fighters do? Okay, so, you know, basic hangar kind of stuff. Follow, attack, defend, target, defend me.
The Elachi are invading.
Thank you, I
Our
got
main
that part.
resources are alternative forms of energy. We've developed
He
a
sounds a lot more
efficient
calm when
wind
he's talking
turbine
about his
that
stuff.
generates enough power that we can sell the excess to colonies and settlements that can't generate enough energy for their needs.
The Elachi are invading.
Thank you. It's time for the, Now, on the one hand, I like this mission. I do. And on the other hand, I hate this mission. For reasons that will become apparent very quickly. Follow me, guys. I want you guys on hand when bad things start happening. And look, bad things are about to start happening. Let's get my weapons all set. I have a cloaking device on here, but I am not inclined to use it, and I have a singularity on here, which will do a singularity dump, which is good, because, well, it's good and bad, because I would have preferred, much preferred, there we go. I didn't have my torpedo set, so it was auto-firing. Hate that. Now there's a lot going on here, a lot of shuttles flying around, and it's difficult to get a good handle on everything that's going on. I'm beginning to wish I'd grabbed the shields instead. Good news is, the weapon systems are omnidirectional. At least the beam weapons. I am trying to make use of the fact that I have the squadrons here to help me speed up the process. But this is a pretty confusing kind of combat. Dr. New, I don't think so. And they're done that about the teacher. And the other annoying part is going to become apparent very soon. Attack my target, they're too far away from me. You attack that target, I'll attack this target, and maybe we'll have a happy medium. Walkers, southwest. Imperial walkers. But when you look at them, they look less like Imperial walkers and more like War of the Worlds walkers. I mean, look at those tripods. Look at them. I need a tow cable.
Warning, ship is under attack.
You know what? I really need some of my other abilities available. Evasive maneuvers, power transfer, brace for impact. What else I got? Conversion. Ramming speed might be unnecessary. Rotate field frequency. Yeah, I need these abilities. Still, you gotta admit, flying in this kind of environment, these big walkers approaching, we are basically reenacting the Empire Strikes Back. Okay, time to get some distance here because I am having my hind end like a rock. Out. Yeah, that's going to happen quite a lot in this mission, unfortunately.
Warning, ship is under attack.
And I couldn't help but notice that nobody is hitting that walker. No, don't follow me, adults. Deal with the walker. Okay, hit that shuttle. You can at least practice up on it. Now, please, deal with this guy. There we go. Reinforcements to the north. Yes, because it could not be easy. Up, and there it is, another walker.
Target shield has failed.
Okay, how about just defend me? Because, you know, they're pounding my back end here pretty horribly. I mean, I'm doing my best to get to the point where I can, you know, help fight against the walkers here. And where are some of you people going? I swear, with friends like these, it occurs to me that I probably should have gone on my approach float. Okay, let's see if that singularity managed to make his life a little more miserable. And for heaven's sake, attack my freaking target.
Target shield has failed. Rear shield failing.
And this is where it starts getting confusing. I'm beginning to think that maybe a smarter move would be to put my power into my shielding rather than my weapons. And why are you people not attacking the walker? You don't want him to get to that shield generator, do you? Okay, okay, I'll stop with Star Wars references. I promise. Come on, go down, go down, go down. Yes. And more to the southeast. Well, we need to get rid of some of these shuttles because they're beginning to become swarms of bugs here. Good thing that there's so many squadrons here because it's getting uglier by the second. So many shuttles around, losing track of other important details like, hey, aren't there supposed to be walkers coming from the southeast? We just need to get rid of these shuttles so we're not so overwhelmed with walkers and enemy shuttles at the next destination. We really don't want these guys following us. Okay. Follow me, people. And for heaven's sake, let's make use of the cloak. All squadrons, attack this walker. Now, how did he see me? Alright, you want to play it that way? Fine, play it that way. Here, have a singularity. Come on, guys, you can do it. Yeah! You know, I seem to have irritated some of these couples. Everybody attack the target. Okay, building up quantum charge. Going for another run. I may not have tow cables, but I have black holes. Of course, maybe I won't need it here. Yeah! Oh, that's a nice impulse engine. I might be able to sell that for some credits on this thing. Alright, let's clean up some of the shuttles around here. Didn't I used to have a thing for squadrons? I am in trouble.
Rear shield failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
Okay, I can see that the walkers definitely have done damage. There are an awful lot of these suckers. Enough to make me wish that I had taken an accuracy rate. Because man, there are a lot of these guys. And the worst part is, with so much going on, I have no idea if there are other walkers around. It's a crazy, chaotic sort of mission. And that's why I love and hate it. I love it because it's a unique map, it's a unique circumstance, and it pays homage to one of my favorite movies. But it's a pain in the posterior. So, and it does as an interesting point of information. There is also a task force operation that is basically this mission on a large scale. I realize that this seems like a pretty large scale as it is. Oops. I popped my, let's move that out of my primary keys. I really didn't want to be popping the singularity there. The good news is I haven't seen anything on the map that indicates that there's a walker nearby. Only shuttles. Attack that target, will you? Don't follow. After all, I'm still here. There's the explosion, so why don't I take care of the last of this batch? Maybe that'll be it. Okay, that's not good. It's not good because Wave 4 is still imminent, or ongoing. Which means somewhere, and that's a shuttle. Well, you know, it's still a target.
Target's shields have failed.
One more. Well, two technically. Okay, now one. Oh, I really thought there was going to be more walkers.
Thank you for your assistance. We have a lot of work to do, but we will rebuild, and we will survive. That's what Romulans do.
Oh, we do that. All Elachi ships are gone, the evacuation shuttles are safe, and they are ready for my... hate to break it to you, Tovin, you're not on the Anahari. I am on the Anahari. You're on the Vissalus. But you know, bugs happen. And now we can contact
Excellent
the boss.
job. The inhabitants of Ree owe you their lives. It looks like we've halted the Elachi advance in the sector, for now. That being said, we've received word there's a small Elachi convoy heading to another system. We're not sure what they're trying, especially now that their main battle force has been halted. But if you get there before them, we can gather some intel to turn the tide of this war against the Elachi.
I am in favor. 5 rebreather devices. You know, if I didn't know better, I would say there's foreshadowing happening here. Let's grab the SIF generator.
Greetings.
Congratulations, Commander.
I have gained a skill.
We have located Elachi.
No. Don't interrupt me when I'm doing my skilling thing. I can go with offensive tuning and help my... I already did that. I go with defensive systems. Yes, I think I want to go with my defensive systems. I am an engineering ship and an engineering captain. As far as my ship goes, we are going to slap that newly acquired console up onto here. We are leaving this alone for now because I still like the bonuses I get to my... Why am I getting +0 to my weapon power? The whole point of upgrading those engines was to help keep improving my power generation. Okay, well, you know what? That may have proven to be a horrible, horrible mistake. So, swap off to the new hotness. While I'm here, let me slap on these rebreathers, which I know will have absolutely no purpose in existence and will never be used in any mission ever. Because why would they give us rebreathers if we were ever going to need them? I am so not subtle. Bunch of other stuff here, which I will deal with at an appropriate time, I'm sure. And that'll about do it. It is 10 o'clock Eastern, well, a little bit after that. So that is going to conclude today's episode of Star Trek Online. Next week, same bad time, same bad channel, we'll be continuing the war against the Elachi at next Wednesday's time of 8 p.m. Eastern to 10 p.m. Eastern. However, before that, on Sunday, we will return to Star Citizen, where they have just landed their quarterly patch, which will cause all kinds of changes and craziness going on. We'll explore that around 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern to 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. We'll probably mix some combat and some touring, particularly because of the fact that a lot of the stuff that I had before is gone now and have to be replaced. Aside from that, good times ahead. Thank you for joining me for these couple hours on the stream. I hope you enjoyed this. I try to make it entertaining, but mileage varies. Don't get a whole lot of feedback sometimes, so I just have to assume. But if you have been watching, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll come by either on Sunday afternoon or next Wednesday evening and continue watching the crazy. Until then, this is Korath Landwalker signing off.